From your side also, has recording started?
Yeah, I think it has started.
Does it show recording in the left hand corner?
Yes, it is showing.
But it might be showing it for me. Just a moment. Because I can't see it starting from your side.
It has started, I think. My clock is on.
On, no? Great. Meeting recording has stopped. Meeting recorded has started. वेगवेगळ्या एक्सपर्ट्स बरोबर गप्पा मारत असतो. तर आजच्या एक्सपर्टला मी इंट्रोड्यूस करून देते. Hello. Today we have Captain Asha Algappa with us. She is into defense business management for more than 15 years now. She has guided thousands of students regarding various career avenues in the field of defense. And she herself has served Indian Army for 10 years from 1994 to 2004. Captain Asha, we are very, very happy to have you here.
Thank you so much for those elaborate words for me.
Yes.
Actually, thousands of words seems to be little more heavier for me. Let's keep three digit, okay?
Sure, hundreds then.
Students, yes, that is
So
a
modest of you. Okay, so today you are here as an expert in the field of defense. So I would like to ask you the first question, that in your journey of life, when and how did you decided that you actually wanted to go into defense?
actually my journey. If I go back to my childhood,
Mhm.
then there were no avenues for ladies. Till my college days, I wanted to wear a uniform and do a uniform wearing job. So I was
Mhm.
actually preparing for IPS exams.
Hmm.
In my final year, the first advertisement for Air Force and Army came up. So that was a time the immediate decision was made to move from, khaki uniform to olive greens. So all throughout, I have been an olive green lover because my father, my grandparents have been through defense and all. I'm third generation in the army. So the moment I saw an ad of olive green between a sky blue green and olive, sky blue and olive, I think olive was more closer to my heart. So in the final year of my college, the decision was made. This is it. I'm going here.
Wow, that's wonderful. Even today, many girls still hesitate to think about it. So, are the situations different now? Are there many opportunities and avenues for girls also in defense?
Actually, when we started off, we were a batch of only 25 girls then. And
Hmm.
it was a testing time for most of them ki how women will perform. Will we be successful on ground, fighting it out with men, adjusting it with men in odd situation and odd environments? I think we did a very good job. That's why the number from 25 has now gone to a strength of 250 per training now.
Excellent, excellent.
Lots of avenues which have opened. We started off only with services. Now we have a lot of other things coming up for women. We are taking up all the operational areas of army, and we are
Hmm.
as good as any other man. The time has to
Wonderful.
the training, the right amount of training and the right amount of preparations for you, with the insight of having the capability to do it, and then you just do it.
Wow, so inspiring. So now that we are talking about excelling in this field or getting through and getting cleared with all these exams, etc., also to work in this particular field, what are the typical skills that are required?
Actually, when we talk about skills, it is
Mhm.
being mentally, physically, and emotionally fit,
Yeah.
striving for taking pressures in odd situations, and
Hmm.
having the capability to keep motivating yourself and motivating your team.
Hmm.
Very important. The situation and the environment can be very different. You
Yeah.
can't even imagine a battlefield, an operational area like a bunker, like my sites, handling ammunitions and all. It could be very, very different. You can't even imagine. But
Yeah.
motivating yourself, looking forward for that passionate moments of dealing the job with enthusiasm and pushing it to your jawans to follow it, I think that creates a different aura altogether. So
Yeah.
somebody who is more passionate about this to join defense, my personal request is they should go ahead for this.
Yeah. Wow. As you rightly said, that working in the defense itself has its own aura. But many a times, few students may misunderstand it by saying that, if you go in defense, you have lot more privileges. So, do you think privileges should be a reason to join Indian Defense Services.
Not. Why not? If you're giving your life to the country, there are some affordable privileges which comes with you. And these privileges are some of the facilities which the government gives you. Like your traveling is free once in a year. Your family is looked after through medicals. You have very superior quality of sports standards to follow up, superior quality of your hobbies to be followed. It gives you everything because it is not the way of working. Army, or rather defense life, is way of living. And then you live in your own world. So your own world has all the facility around it, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
Important.
What are the personality traits which are required according to you?
Actually, the moment you type Google personality trends for defense, you get thousands of words,
Yeah.
Actually made a small note called guiding stars.
Mm-hmm.
Guiding stars for me particularly has few particular words. I just read them out.
Sure.
First is integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Your integrity should never be doubtful when you're serving the country. Either you have it or you don't have it. There is no borderline case for integrity. Then the second point is being powerful. Being powerful is not in physical being powerful from your mental strength. That is a thing which keeps you going. Then the next point is being responsible. Whatever it is, the higher you go up, your responsibility increases, and it keeps making it more and more important for you to be taking the responsibility and ownership of what you're doing for yourself and for the men below you. Then the next is intention. Your intention cannot be doubtful. If an order is given, you have to go and win that hill at Tonga, Kargil. We had to go and win that point. Either you live or you don't live is not the reason, but your intention was to go ahead and achieve it. You may lose your life. There are others to follow you, but you put the rigor and you put an example for others to follow you. Then the next is learning. There is no end to learning. Even at the age of 65 years, the retired journals are learning new things in life. So why not me? I'm still very young, isn't it?
True.
Then the next one is focus. Whenever a task is given in the army, task comes as orders. So your focus has to understand and follow it in totality. There is no iota of doubt. Either you understand and move for the task, or you keep asking questions to get clarity over it 100 times. But once the mission go happens, you know everything about it. And you know you have the killing instinct to win your mission. That's it. Then in the last important point I would like to bring it here is leadership quality. You definitely have to lead. So that is something which should come very naturally to you. And the final point is living in now. If I'm in my present, I'm not lost. I don't live in trance. I think I'm doing a good job. So those are my guiding stars to lead me through, with a lot of other qualities which are already there on Google and all that.
Yeah, I'm sure there are many qualities on Google, but coming it from you, because it has a lot of backing of experience and wisdom, I think the answer really mattered. And I'm sure it is going to be helpful for all our students as well as our parents.
Hope so.
Yeah. Uh, as every field has lot of misconceptions about it, what do you think are the common misperceptions about the field of defense?
There are actually a lot of it. Defense says that you are not allowed to keep your families with you. But we have, the government is improving a lot of things. There are a lot of family accommodations coming up. We have fantastic separated quarter family accommodations coming up in all the metro cities. For example, now, my husband is still serving. I am in Pune. I choose to move into my flat. That's why I'm living in my own flat. But if I did not choose, then my husband would have requested for a separated family quarter. There is a whole lot of colony in Pune where separated families live. So accommodation is one part, which people feel ki it is not given in field stations. You don't. I am most welcome to join my husband for holiday and go and see the beauty. So that is one of the myths which cannot happen. The second one is it is a very rigorous life. When I say rigorous, either you have rigor in your life to enjoy it or you don't have it. So if you accept the way of living, you're part of it. Every bit of it you enjoy. Then postings. You get posted to all odd places. But as a Fauji, I think I was more happier to be living in bashas and tents than actually living in my flat. So whatever myths people call it, they're not myths. They're part of life to enjoy. It's
Yeah.
adventurous to see it from that angle, and it just goes on.
Yeah. I think, as you have rightly said, it is your lifestyle. It is the way you look at life, and then everything just feels normal.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, my last question to you, those who have already decided now that they would just like to pursue defense as their way of life, what uh, efforts they should be taking now? Means if they are in their studenthood, like ninth standard, 10th standard, is there anything they can start doing right away?
Okay.
Mhm.
The sowing of seed happens from a child who is in his higher secondary.
Mm.
That is a time when they should start visualizing what is the field that is going to interest him. Like for
Mhm.
me, wearing a uniform was the most desirable thing to do. I used to wear my father's uniform and sleep also in the night sometimes. My mother used to wash the thing and all, and I used to wear it and feel, how do I look into it? And I was very skinny and short and all that. My father's shirt used to become my frock. I used to put a belt on it and I used to keep roaming in that in my house. So you have to passionately drive that force in you as a child. And this is the stage in the higher secondary you can pitch that as parents. But it is not that you have dreamed about it and you just forget it then and think only once you finish your college. Maybe then the
Uh,
choices of subjects are very different.
mm.
For anybody who wants to take defense as a career, I personally feel they should be a science student,
Mm.
should not drop out their art studies because humanitarian is also part and parcel of your written exams. For example, an NDA student has to prepare for more than 18 to 20 subjects. It includes all humanitarian subjects, high class level of English, maths, physics, and general knowledge. So a
Mm.
child who's imagining himself to be wearing uniform should not leave his studies of EVS, social studies, science, and maths. The
Mm.
concept, basic concept has to be driven from 8th, 9th standard, built up till 10th. Thereafter, he goes into science, but continues to study humanitarian subjects, general knowledge, and English with that. So that by the time he is in 12th, he has touch base all these subjects. And he knows what one marker questions are and what two marker questions are. Your NDA entrance exams is all about multiple choices.
Mm.
Multiple choices are like you have it, you hit the answer, you don't have it, you just skip and go to the next question. So you need to be really being putting rigor there to work on your knowledge of all subjects.
Mm. Wow. That was wonderful. That means if I today also know that I have to do it and I'm only in 8th standard, I can still start working on myself.
Absolutely. That should be the right level to start.
Yeah, totally. So, all your insights are really going to be helpful for our students as well as our parents. And if you have any doubts or any queries regarding the same, we can anytime approach Captain Asha for the same. And thank you very much, Captain Asha, for being here and for enlightening our students as well as their parents.
I would personally like to thank Anuja for this opportunity to come in such a big forum. And I hope if anybody wants to connect with me, you can connect me through Anuja. She has my
Sure.
number. I will be more than happy to help students.
Sure. Thank you
The
so much.
dropping point where I would like to leave is
Yeah.
as students, you need to be very, very clear what you choose and what guidance factors are you looking forward for. Don't just go and pick up any institute near your house which says, I will train you. Find out, do a little bit of research, go and see the scoreboards of theirs, go and see
Mm.
the dashboards of theirs. For example, I will name it here: Akash Institute, Rao Institute, all this, Bakliwal classes. They have the characteristics of saying only 75 and 85% will join me. Do they maintain that? All of them maintain the bottom line of success? Answer is no.
Mm.
Hundreds of students join those list of merit, but do 100 of them really climb the first step of getting the score, what they promised before joining? No. So my question is to the student should be, Choose where you want to go and achieve what you have asked for. Do not leave the instructor still and until you've achieved your goal of success. Only then you're doing a right task, and only then your parents are paying it in the right direction. There are best of the institutes, but they don't make everybody best. Only the best out of the best makes it to the top. Are you that topper? Find out yourself. Don't waste your parents' money and energy. Your focus has to be more clearer. That is what is my point to all of you.
Wow, so well said and so precisely said. Thank you once again, and let's hope many students take an advantage of it. Yes,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you. Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll just stop recording, huh? Yeah. It was really nice talking to you after such a long time. And